All right, ready to get underway. Luke Raley now at the plate. And the home opener is underway.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Buxton takes it in for the out. One away. And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
Strike one. Ball.
Late with the swing there.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
Line and a base hit into right. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
That's off the plate.
Inside, just missed.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Swings through that one for strike two. So a walk puts runners at first and second. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Ball to strike.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the third and final game of the series. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Here's Josh Naylor. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. 2 on, 2 outs.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell that.
Nice grab as he reached down. Here's Byron Buxton. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A solo shot. Now the number 2 hitter, Matt Wallner.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. It's going to really have to bear down.
That's the ball.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. In the air, right field. That's out number 2. And now it's Jake Burger to hit. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss at a slider. Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart,
He'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Inside.
Just off the inside edge. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez in position, and that is that. Back here in Cincinnati, now it's the Mariners DH, Dominic Canzone.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Fouled off. He was late. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And the tying run is on base.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Just missed. And it is 2-1. Just missed. Canzone on at first. Nobody out. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Adios, pelota. A 2-run blast. And up next for Seattle, J.P. Crawford. That one to first. Nice grab. And they get the out. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Cronenworth, a 7th-round pick by the Rays in 2015 out of the University of Michigan, where he was a two-way guy. And in fact, the Rays used him that way. Benson under it. 2 down. Back to the top of the Seattle order. Luke Raley getting ready to hit.
Whoa.
Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the second. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Rodriguez stands in now and watches strike one. Late with the swing there.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now at an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. In plenty of time to first. Rodriguez out of the play. Bottom of the inning. In now for the Reds, Will Benson. Fought off foul. And that is in there for a strike. I believe that's the split. Gilbert, a 6'6" righty, 215 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2018. The 1-2. That smash towards center. Takes it in for the out. Next for Cincinnati, Davis Schneider. And a couple of quick outs. Now here is Tyler Stevenson. Tries to hold up, appeal to first. He did not go around. now 1-1.
Man, that was pretty gross right there. Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
And that one is lifted in the air. That is the inning. Back here at Great American Ballpark, and stepping in for the Mariners, Brendan Donovan. Just missed.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
1 up, 1 down.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Raleigh stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Fouled off left side. Way inside, gets out of the way. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Naylor batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Check swing, did he go? Yes, he did. That's strike 2. This one smoked on its way out of here. A 2-run homer. 1 down. Dominic Canzone will hit next. Hit hard on the ground to short. Fires over to first. And there's 2 away. Now it's Randy Arozarena. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. That misses. Ball 1. Now, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Up the middle. That's a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. Got kind of tied up on that one inside, but he was able to sneak it up the middle of the diamond because he stayed through it. That's not an impressive exit velo by any means, but I still think that's an impressive swing.
And that's way high. And that's ball 2. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And he makes the catch. And that is that. As we go to the last of the 3rd. In now for the Reds, Noelvi Marte.
Oh. No, that's a ball.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Swings and misses, struck him out. So up next, Matt McLain. Inside, just missed. He swings and fouls one off.
Oh.
That's inside. This one in the air, center field. Rodriguez under this one. And there's 2 away. So back to the top of the Reds lineup. Byron Buxton, the next to hit. Check swing. He went 0-1. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And that will end the inning. Back here in Cincinnati. On to the 4th. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Could be extra bases. And he's got a leadoff double in the 4th.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one.
Brock Burke into the game.
Trying to keep this one close. Here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Next to hit, Luke Raley. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. In comes the run from second, and they lead by 4. And in at second with an RBI double. Now at the plate, Julio Rodriguez. On the ground, and foul ball. Man at second.
Nope, that's inside.
That one found hard the other way. 1-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Oh.
That misses the zone. Full count now. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Raley around third. He'll score easily, and the lead is up to 5. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Brendan Donovan up next for the Mariners. In there, and it's 0-1.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
On the ground to first. Berger steps on the bag, finally gets the first out here on the grounder. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
Nope, outside.
Runner on at third, 1 gone. Swing and a ground ball. What a stop. Fires to first. Runs, scores, but a terrific play to get the out. And now it's Josh Naylor. Caminero. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Back here at Great American Ballpark. Bottom of the 4th.
Clearly down in this ball game, and you can't look at the deficit and try to get it all back in one swing. It's got to come one at bat at a time, and even shrink it down smaller, pitch to pitch. Make that guy on the mound work to get you out.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
That's a ball.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him swinging. So digging in, Junior Caminero. Flied to right his first time. Foul ball there. The Reds with a lot of ground to make up. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Hit weakly on the ground, and it goes just foul. Got him. Rusty Valentine rings him up. So now here's the Reds cleanup hitter, Jake Burger. In the air, right field. Raley settles underneath it. And that'll do it. Back here in Cincinnati. In now is the Mariners DH, Dominic Canzone.
Well, these Mariners, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Clips the corner. That is strike 2.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
That's a hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Nice job of driving that pitch.
Caleb Ferguson takes over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Arozarena in the box again. Takes a strike. That catches the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes. Liner, base hit. Canzone around second, headed for third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Crawford up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Base hit center field. In to score is the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and they're pulling away up by 7. Now, the Mariners going with a pinch hitter, Kyle Farmer. Good opportunity for him, first and second with nobody out. In there at the knees, strike 1. That one hooked foul. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in, and we're at the top of the 5th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. Hit hard, base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, Luke Raley.
That's the ball.
That's out to center field. He's got it. Runners tagging from second and third. Arozarena in to score. It's 9-1. 2 aboard with 1 out. And now for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez.
Oh. No.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Makes the catch for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Donovan, the next to hit, takes outside. Right through there for a strike.
Ball 2.
That one misses, and that's ball 3. Ground ball up the middle. They limit the damage here. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. In now for the Reds, Will Benson.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That's out the corner.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Lined into left center, should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second, trying to wiggle out of a rundown now. Man at first, nobody out. Here's the second baseman, Davis Schneider. Check swing, but he went too far, and it's 0-2.
The idea was right, looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
In the dirt. Schneider checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. Nope, he held back. And a payoff pitch. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. One out, man at first. Tyler Stevenson digs in now. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. And forget it. He muscles that one out the opposite way. Now it's the right fielder, Noelvi Marte. Oh, great stop. To first. It's there, and that's a great play. 2 outs, base is empty. Matt McClain now at the plate. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Check swing didn't go. The count now 2-2.
Oh, this guy's going to have to slow things down. There's no reason for him to even check swing on that pitch. Was never even close.
The other way, and that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Man on second, 2 down. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. Now the DH, Matt. So out of the bullpen for the Mariners, Jose A. Ferrer.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Ferrer, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swings and misses. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. Top 6. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh. In the air to left center. And there's one away. Josh Naylor up next for the Mariners. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Dives, but it falls. Could be extra bases. Around second now as they still don't have it. And he's got himself a triple.
Other than ripping one into the gap or
pitcher for the Reds, Graham Ashcraft. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And the batter now, Dominic Canzone. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike one.
Ball.
Up the middle. Now 2 away as they get a run across. So up next, Randy Arozarena. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. That pitch gets the corner. That's strike one. Swing and a miss as he was late.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
On the ground right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Great American Ballpark. In now for the Reds, Junior Caminero. Swing and a miss. Strike one. That clips the corner.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Ripped to right. Dives and it gets by. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I'll tell you. When you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Farmer. The throw to first. Barely got him for the out. Close play. For Terry Francona bringing a bat off the bench. Patrick Wisdom looking to drive in a run with 1 out and a runner at third. Now on the bump, Edward Bizardo.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Swings through that one out in front that time. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Davis Schneider, the next to hit for the Reds. Check swing went around, and it's 1-1. Fastball is outside. 2 outs with a runner at third. Swings and misses. And the count is even, 2-2. That one missing inside. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Raley towards the line. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. We go to the top of the 7th. And stepping in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford.
No, that's a ball.
Here's a 1-2. Up the middle, Schneider. On to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. Single to right in his first trip. And it stays fair. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Well, he thought about 2, but he's back to first safely. So back to the top of the order. And now the right fielder, Luke Raley. Check
No,
swing.
that's a
He
ball.
held up. Ball one.
Nope, that's inside.
Swing and a pop off in foul ground. 2 away. And up next for Seattle, Julio Rodriguez. Farmer off of first with 2 away. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Oh, 2 now.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, but goes to second with it, and they get the out. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the Reds catcher, Tyler Stevenson. There's the strike up high, and it's 0-1.
Ball one. That's out the corner.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Crawford on the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. In now for the Reds, Noelvi Marte. That one is hammered right field. That's going back. Back some more. And it is gone. He'll take a trot around the bases. Will Klein will take over here.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
McLean at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
That's a ball. Ball 2.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the bottom of the 7th. Hard liner, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Throws to second. In safely with a double, his 2nd of the day.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
Buxton in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away now. Next to hit, Matt Wallner. 0 for 3 in this one. That one ripped, but foul. Man at second.
Oh. Nope, that's off the plate.
Out towards right center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Back here in Cincinnati, we're at the top of the 8th. Brendan Donovan getting ready to hit. That one at triple digits. Ripped to 3rd and picked on a hop. Throws to first in time. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. And stepping in for the Mariners, Josh Naylor. He's already homered in this game.
Ball.
Working down to the zone to start the at-bat, looking for that double play ground ball.
Yeah, back-to-back sinkers there. He's looking.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Now a chance for Dominic Canzone.
Ball.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Buxton on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. On to the bottom of the 8th. In now for the Reds, Junior Caminero. That to right. Raley moving under this one. Brings it in. 1 down. Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Jake Burger. 0 for 3 with 2 fly out. The ground out.
Now pitching for Seattle, number 47, Matt Bratt.
That one fouled off. The Mariners leading by 4 here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that's in for a strike. 0-2 now. Brash in his 4th year, 27 years old, and he was born in Canada. Slider misses outside. And down on strikes. 2 gone. Here's the left fielder, Patrick Wisdom. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
2 down, nobody on.
That's a ball.
Got him looking. All set to start the 9th in this one.
Now pitching for the Reds, number 15, Emilio Pagan.
No, that's a ball.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. This one's got a chance. Adios, pelota. And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Hey.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Swing and a base hit.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
1 on, nobody out, a run in here at the top of the 9th. And they'll do it again. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. Stays alive.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. High fly ball, shallow right field. And there's 1 down. Now it's the right fielder, Luke Raley.
Right fielder, Luke Raley.
Ball. High.
Check swing. He went. And 1-1. Base knock, center field. Buxton returns it to the infield, and that forces the runner to hold on its. And 2 on with 1 away. Zach Maxwell on the pitch here.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count this.
Oh, look at the stop. There's one. What a double play that was. Leading off, Davis Schneider. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Looks like he's picked up right where he left off. And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. On the ground, right side. Naylor takes it to the bag. The Reds now down to their final out. 2 down, bases empty. Noelvi Marte will hit next. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. He's got it. Ball game. And the Mariners slug their way to a win in this one.